What's up, everybody? Nate Liss of DynastyRankings.com back with you guys once again. Thank you for tuning in. Now, there's rarely a better time to trade for veterans in your Dynasty leagues than the early part of the year, especially if their NFL team has been eliminated from the playoffs, or better yet, didn't get in the first place.
But I just wanted to...
So today, I want to give you 4 underappreciated wide receivers that you should be actively trying to get in return in the Dynasty trades that you make this offseason. So let's jump right in. Number 1 is Josh Palmer. Did you know that Palmer saw over 100 targets in 2022? On top of that, last season, in the 9 games where Palmer saw a greater than 85% snap share, he was averaging 14.3 fantasy points per game, a number that would have put him well inside the top 20 on a per-game basis in 2022. Now, it's no secret that Keenan Allen has an injury history longer than the slacks my mother used to dress me in.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
But knowing that he will be cresting past the age 31 in 2023, coming off of more injuries in 2022, is just another significant reason to appreciate Palmer's potential. In fact, last season, during the absence of Keenan Allen, Palmer's per-game targets rose to 7.7 per game, which was roughly on par with players like Christian Kirk, Amari Cooper, and Chris Olave. But if his production and usage wasn't enough for you, Palmer was also a stellar route runner in 2022, finishing top 6 overall at the position, including a top 15 rank in total route wins. So while the threat of Keenan Allen vacuuming up targets does exist, so does the threat of his very real performance decline and the potential for even more injuries into next season. Palmer is a buy low. Number 2 is Jahan Dotson. I mean, what the fuck does this kid have to do to get some respect around here, right?
Please clap.
He's 4.5 years younger than Terry McLaurin and had absolutely mind-melting numbers for a rookie when given the opportunity. Allow me to give you Exhibit A. In the 7 games where Dotson was finally granted a snap share higher than 80%, he averaged 14.6 fantasy points per game, but that's not even the juiciest part. Across those same 7 games, Dotson averaged 97.6 air yards per game, which translates to roughly 14 air yards per target. And for those keeping track at home, that's enormous. There was a clear plan for Dotson, and that was to hurt defenses deep, which, as you know, translates to big fantasy points when the quarterback connects. So while Dotson is the wide receiver 29 on Keep Trade Cut today, with the potential of Sam Howell, the rumors of Derek Carr, or even rookie Anthony Richardson out of Florida landing there, the face of the quarterback position on the Commanders, as well as Dotson's value, could change forever this offseason. Number 3 is Rashod Bateman. It pains me to write this because for as much as I love Bateman entering the league, I have had wild streaks of IBS while watching his underusage in Baltimore. While all the comps say he's the next Stephon Diggs, the performance metrics just have not been there. And I put half of this on Lamar Jackson and the other half on Rashod Bateman's health, because Bateman remains one of the league's most exciting and also unrealized options in the NFL. In fact, in 2022, during his 6 games played, Bateman registered 2.38 yards per route run, a number that was good for the wide receiver 12 overall and put him neck and neck with players like CeeDee Lamb, Christian Watson, and Amon-Ra St. Brown. And though I don't expect Lamar Jackson to start running less in Baltimore, I do expect a more robust pocket presence as John Harbaugh attempts to protect his quarterback. However, if best case scenario for Bateman reveals itself, there is always a potential he's catching passes from rookie CJ Stroud or Bryce Young in 2023. And I've been burned twice. But for Bateman, I'm willing to get burned just one more time. Number 4, and last but not least, is of course Wan'Dale Robinson. Now, I would typically avoid players that are 5'8".
You know you're short.
And only 180 pounds, but Robinson, as well as Daniel Jones, have shown enough in 2022 to warrant an investment into 2023. And here's why. Because in 2022, despite seeing just 30 total targets, Wan'Dale ranked number 19 overall at 5.5 yards after the catch per reception. But what makes his profile even juicier for those that play in PPR leagues is that Daniel Jones just isn't a deep ball passer. In fact, in 2022, just 4.6% of his total passes were for more than 20 yards downfield. And this is a trend that tracks all the way back to college, as over 40% of all of his collegiate throws were to the short area of the field. field. So this means there is absolutely a universe in 2023 where Robinson can vacuum up passes just like we saw him do in week 11 when he was targeted 13 times for 9 catches and 100 receiving yards. So send those offers today while Wan'Dale is still just ranked the wide receiver 42 on Keep Trade Cut. All right, everybody, if you love the content, make sure you hit the like button down below. And of course, so you don't miss any drops in the future, make sure you hit the subscribe button as well.